Shadows of Redemption. A Tale of Love. In the heart of 19th century France, beneath the shadow of the looming barricades, a tale of intertwined destinies unfolded. Jean Valjean, a man marked by the scars of injustice, had spent 19 years in the galleys for the theft of a loaf of bread. Upon his release, society's cold embrace pushed him towards despair, but a single act of kindness from Bishop Muriel ignited a spark of hope within him. Determined to reinvent himself, Valjean tore up his yellow passport, symbolizing his past, and embarked on a journey of redemption. In the bustling town of Montreuil-sur-Mer, he assumed the identity of Monsieur Madeleine, a benevolent factory owner and mayor. His enterprises brought prosperity to the town, and his compassion earned him the love of its people. Yet, the shadows of his past lingered, embodied by Inspector Javert, a man of unwavering principles who saw the world in black and white. Javert's relentless pursuit of justice left no room for mercy, and he harbored an obsessive desire to capture Valjean, whom he believed to be a dangerous criminal. Amidst this, Fantine, a young woman abandoned by her lover, struggled to provide for her daughter, Cosette. Desperation led her to the Thénardiers, innkeepers of dubious morals, who agreed to care for Cosette in exchange for money. Unbeknownst to Fantine, they subjected her child to cruelty and neglect. Fantine's life spiraled into degradation as she sold her hair, teeth, and finally herself to support her daughter. When Valjean learned of her plight, he vowed to rescue Cosette and care for her as his own. He found Cosette, a fragile girl burdened by hardship, and offered her a life filled with love and security. Together, they sought refuge in the anonymity of Paris, where Valjean's past could not haunt them. Years passed, and Cosette blossomed into a young woman of grace and beauty. In the labyrinthine streets of Paris, revolution simmered. A group of idealistic students, les Amis de l'ABC, led by the passionate Enjolras, prepared to rise against the oppressive regime. Among them was Marius Pontmercy, a young man estranged from his royalist grandfather. Marius's path crossed with Cosette's, and an undeniable bond formed between them, a love that defied the tumultuous times. Yet, darkness lurked in the form of the Thénardiers, who had descended into the criminal underworld. Their daughter, Eponine, secretly in love with Marius, found herself torn between her family's schemes and her unrequited love. The Thénardiers plotted to rob Valjean, unaware of his true identity, but their plans were foiled by Eponine's intervention, driven by her desire to protect Marius. As the flames of revolution ignited, the barricades rose, and the streets of Paris became a battleground. Marius joined his comrades, driven by ideals and the hope of a brighter future. Valjean, discovering Marius's connection to Cosette, faced a harrowing choice: to protect his adopted daughter or to save the man she loved. In the chaos of battle, Valjean saved Marius, carrying him through the sewers of Paris, a journey through darkness towards the light of redemption. Javert, captured by the revolutionaries and spared by Valjean, faced a crisis of conscience. The man he had hunted for years had shown him mercy, shattering his rigid perception of justice. Unable to reconcile this, Javert chose to end his own life, a tragic victim of his own inflexibility. Marius and Cosette's love endured, leading to marriage, but Valjean, burdened by the weight of his past, chose to distance himself, believing it best for Cosette's happiness. As he lay on his deathbed, the spirits of those he had loved and lost appeared, guiding him towards peace. In his final moments, surrounded by love and forgiveness, Jean Valjean found the redemption he had sought, leaving behind a legacy of compassion and the enduring truth that love can transcend even the darkest of times.
whispering echoes